Welcome, everybody. It is so nice to see people. And I hope that I see all of you in person at some time too. But this is good. And it's a follow-up from our last one that was on specifically on osteoporosis. But this one is how exercise can help you. So I'm going to let Susan introduce our two participants today. Go ahead.
Well, last time it was a lot of really good information about
Yeah.
osteoporosis, but today we're going to get the nitty gritty about how we can deal with it or help it or avoid it. Or, frankly, I've actually had exercise from both Janèe and Wesley, and see, I'm still moving.
Mhm.
I do have a few aches and pains, but I think, considering my 86 years, I'm
Mm.
doing okay.
Right.
So Janèe will go first. Janèe has been leading, it started out, we called it Yoga for Balance. And in fact, that was very attractive to a lot of us who worry about falling. But it really is much more than that, isn't it, Janèe? We
Yes.
do stretching, we do all. It's basically it's good for the body, it's good for the mind, it's good for the soul, it's good for getting together, even on Zoom. And so, Janèe, I'll let you go first, and then I'll introduce
Okay.
Wesley. He will. Each one will spend about a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, demonstrating exercises, and then 10 minutes or so taking your questions or discussions.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you for the
Janèe?
thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Janèe. My name is Janèe Powell. I'm not a doctor. I have to say the disclaimer. I am a yoga teacher and wellness coach. And I wanted to speak to you a little bit and then also give you a run through of a couple of poses, of yoga poses that can assist you in preventative or soothing or um, preventing the worsening of osteoporosis, osteopenia. I have included a little of the arthritis. Some of it is in the same, some of it is the same exercise, so I will mention it.
Mhm.
Um, and so just let me get going. Let's get going, and then if you have questions, please write them down, and I'll try my best to answer them at the end. So first of all, um, both Wesley and I deal with body movement that helps with your mobility, which helps you cope with osteo and artho. It helps you cope with it and give you well-roundedness, which is what you'll need to remedy to remedy some of the things concerning your movement in life, even with the onset of osteo and artho. One is control your weight. We move you around. That doesn't mean that this is all you should do. Wesley and I can't do all the things for you, like help you put the fork down. I have problems with that myself, but I have to mention it because it is very important for your well-being with both of those afflictions, losing your weight or weight management. Your bone density has a lot to do with you including resistance. Just, I won't go on and on. I think you had someone speak to you about this matter, so just touching some talking points. Resistance with weights. For me, with yoga, weight bearing things or holding the pose that gives you weight bearing for longer. So that is where you get your money's worth out of your yoga session or your yoga, even if you're doing yoga for 10 minutes, it's better to do two poses very long than a yoga flow with a lot of things. So concerning your bone health and balance and everything, it would be more so if you're tackling this issue that you hold poses longer and bear and hold your weight. Inflammation is important. Not going to go into a dissertation about it, but it is important for the arthritis and the and swelling and stiffness and other damage that can happen concerning your inflammation. And I will touch upon that with a couple of poses. Your mobility with what Wesley and I do, your mobility
Hi.
and your strengthening and your balance are very important to avoid injury. The injury itself is where the sickness can creep in, is where the bone health issue can creep in. It's like a crack, a weak link that you created that arthritis can set into, an injury. So injury prevention, weight loss, cut down on your inflammation, and do resistance. That is a synopsis of what you should do to have a well-rounded practice concerning it. So let's see here. I think that it's important to say that a lot of the poses that I'm going to demonstrate, you can choose to watch. Maybe watching is better because I'm going to do a quick run through. I will not be, I'm going to try to squeeze everything into a short period of time. You can choose to look back at this recording if you want to give you some A-game things to be comprehensive concerning your yoga practice on the osteo, on the inflammation, on having resistance and balance, injury prevention, and arthritis. So all of the postures that I'm going to do, a lot of them tackle all of the things, and some of them tackle maybe a few of the things. Arthritis seems to really love the area of your hips and your knees, hips and knees, maybe ankles, in other places too. So I want you to pay special attention on, let's say, I know it's uncomfortable, but we can't baby those areas. In other words, totally avoid any kind of tension or pressure, being careful, but not completely avoiding at all anything that has to do with your hip, at all anything that has to do with any area of concern. So just wanted to put that out there. Now, I have to mention that what I do on this mat with yoga does not replace tools that you really do need to pick up. So doing weight-bearing things on the yoga mat does not replace the resistance band, does not replace walking. All of this needs to, all of it. You need all of it. It doesn't take away anything. All of these things need to come into a good symphony or comprehensive practice of your well-being. So it doesn't take away using resistance bands, and it doesn't take away using some weights. Maybe not fun, but the truth. It's the truth. I'm here to say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because a lot of people do yoga to get away from cardio and get away from this and get away from that. But it does not replace any of the other things. Just wanted to say that. So now I'm going to move my camera a little bit and go over to the yoga mat. At the end, you might want to ask me to recap which postures do what for you, or say which ones do something for arthritis, which ones do something for this. I will quickly mention as I move through a couple of poses what these postures do for you. Let me move, bear with me while I change of my, hopefully we can get that. Okay, excuse my, do we have it? Okay, okay. All right. Okay, let me move the camera. That's my yoga mat back there. And hopefully you have a yoga mat that you can, hold on, let me change it. Bear with me just a second. Okay, there we are. Okay. So I'm going to start with a couple of standing. So there's standing, you get in the camera, there's standing practice, there's chair practice, and there's floor practice. If ever you want to quickly meet me to help you specifically have technique to get on the floor, this is not that class. It's more about not falling, but there are ways to treat yourself with getting down on the mat and up, and you need patience with yourself, but it can be done. Then there's also doing it on the bed, or on a surface like the Pilates reformer, that you don't have to get all the way down on the floor, but you do need a flat surface for the floor practice. Okay, so with that, let me get going. All right, the first pose of the day, there's a couple of poses. So standing, the chair position from yoga mat class, many of us have done yoga before, but the chair position, I will turn a little bit this way. I'll do it in prayer, or you can have your hands on the waist and go into a chair position like so, and hold it for a long time. You're giving your ankles some work concerning mobility, you're doing weight bearing, and you're strengthening. It's getting my knees and ankles and low back in order. So the chair position helps with resistance, arthritis, and inflammation, All right, next is side angle, and we do this in the chair. You can ask others that join me with the chair class. My class, we do things in the chair. This is a standing side angle. You spread the knees open or the feet open, turn one foot out, bend the knee. You don't have to go as wide as I go. And place your hand down or elbow down and bring the arm up. This is side angle, and that helps with resistance. It's giving you resistance on, you're using your body weight to resist and put tension in there, and also osteo. Now, triangle, I'll do it on the other side. You stand with an open angle stance like me, one hand up, one hand to the side, and slide down as you stay upright. This is a triangle pose. This helps with arthritis and osteo. I'm getting in the hip, knee, ankle. It's a little weight bearing, but not as much, so I won't include this one with resistance. I'll just say this does osteo and arthritis. Next, as you see, I'm doing a quick run through. Tree position. We do this standing on the back of the chair in our Yoga for Balance class, or you can do it freestanding like I'm doing in a standing position. You turn one foot out, pick up the heel, pull it in, and balance. A lot of times you can use your arms to balance here, or you can bring it into a mudra, like so. And this is tree position, very popular, very diverse, a lot of advantages. And this helps with osteo and arthritis. All of the warrior poses, which I'll run through. This is warrior 2, warrior 1, and then warrior 3, I won't show, but I'll mention it, but I would need more time to get you into that. This can be done in seated, warrior 2 and warrior 1. It can be done in your seat or standing. And the warrior positions are good for inflammation, osteo, and arthritis. Next, a squat. Turn both feet out. This is goddess. And we plie down into a squat. You're upright, making sure you are aligned. It's getting into those knees concerning your bone health. Goddess is good for your mobility, hip mobility, and arthritis concerning your joints. I can feel all of my joints from the waist down with this position. Oftentimes we give this arm position. Now, for inflammation and mobility, turn your feet straight, open the knees, and go into a forward fold where you touch the leg, ankles, or all the way to the floor. This is open angle forward bend. This is good for inflammation and mobility because you're stretching and creating some nice blood flow. So now I'm going to show you how to get down on the floor in a kinder way, but there are even more accommodating ways than this one. And that would be just showing you a trick, one of the many tricks. That would be to fall onto your hands, step out like this, and then let your hip down and come into a seated position. So that would be, again, for some people a way, for others not. I do want to, I had a tool. So if you carry a cane, then use it. If you have a cane, then use it with assisting yourself in your yoga practice. Why not? Bring the cane into your yoga practice and use it to help with your balance. Only a couple of more. So if you can bear down on the knees, again, those that have some osteoarthritis, this might be a bit painful, but if it's a good day, if you're having a good day, or you can bear a little bit of discomfort or use a knee pad, this is a lunge. You can be upright here or even move into a lunge. This is going to get into the hip concerning hip arthritis, and it's giving you resistance on the knee concerning your bone health on the knee. Now this knee down here is going to not like you if you don't use a knee pad. I'll show you a tool. These are yoga tools that are sold on the internet specifically for buffering you concerning putting your knee or anything that's blunt with your blunt bones down on a mat. It helps. So I would put it right under this back knee in my lunge. Okay, we talked about downward facing dog before. Downward facing dog is good for osteo and inflammation, just so you know. Now, I'm going to get all the way down onto the floor. Hopefully you can still see me in the shot. When you're bending, a lot of people see yoga done with your legs crossed. It doesn't have to be like this. You can use a modification like so. Let me change the camera so that you're seeing me on the floor. You do not have to. You can break the rules and accommodate yourself. By the way, I mentioned this can be done in bed. Don't even get out of bed yet. Do some stretches in bed. I'm just saying, especially if you have a firm mattress. This is an accommodation that you can use. Instead of bending the knees, and if the knees are giving you pain, when you see yogis sit like this, there are other ways. This is an accommodation, and so is this. Let's use this accommodation to do a spinal twist. Spinal twist is good for inflammation. It is a release, and it stretches and it gets into the hips, where the hips and the back connect. Another way to do a spinal twist, other ways are here. There are many ways you can do a spinal twist. The spinal twist is good, definitely good for so many things. It's good for inflammation, and inflammation is a culprit of a lot of things. Okay, so some of these next ones are you have to build up to. You might need to lift weights in order to build your body up to it if you're not used to it. And that would be getting into plank. Again, if my knees are sensitive, I've got my trusty knee pad. Knees on the knee pad, and walk yourself out to a half plank. This helps with resistance. It helps with inflammation. The plank is, excuse me, putting this here. Yes, the plank is very good for osteo. The plank is the most well-rounded position, osteo and resistance. And depending on where you have your arthritis, if it's in your wrist, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it does help it. The advanced level of plank is here. I don't even like this, but I have to do it sometimes. To get onto your side, last couple of positions. Getting onto your side, there's two positions I'd like you to feel out and try that are on your sides. One is here, and if my elbow hurts, I have my trusty pad. if I had some arthritis or bone issues where there's pain, the pad takes that right away. Right here, doing a leg lift here, that can help with getting into your hip and giving your hip some resistance. And last position would be to give yourself a lift into a side plank. Side plank here. It creates resistance. And with that resistance, that's what helps you get rid of it gives you overall bone health. So when you give yourself resistance with holding a position, a weight-bearing position, like the ones I've indicated, holding these a long time, lifting weights, using bands, or walking a lot, it tells your bone to produce new bone. And that's one thing that can help offset a lot of negative pain and negative on the progression of arthritis and osteo. And so that's it. I will end now so that I give my colleagues some time to have the floor. Take it away, Wesley.
Hey, thank you very much, introducing me. That was very good information. And I agree with a lot of things she said. Most of everything she said is in terms of um, the things you need to do to, like I always say, keep it moving. My thing, first of all, my name is, I don't know if my name is Wesley Pulphus. Most people call me Coach Wesley, and the name of my company is Mobile Fitness Professional. And I really focus on pure stretching, pure stretching. I think that's the catch-all. I think that helps with arthritis. It helps with a lot of things because to get the blood to flow. It also promotes the production of synovial fluid. Most of the time, especially when it comes to arthritis, it's usually most of the time, a big high percentage it comes from an old injury or something. Arthritis will sit in later, but the biggest thing with say arthritis is actually keeping it moving and also eating things that's anti-inflammatory. So what I like to do, but what I'm biased, but what I like to say is when like I said, I like to keep it simple. And I think everything starts with stretching, especially if you haven't worked out in a long time. We're getting the blood to flow, and stretching and breathing, we get oxygen going through our body. So to me, I'm biased, but stretching is the catch all, especially when you're starting out. So today, what I like to do is I like to actually do a stretching routine starting right now. You could stand with this or you could sit, but it's probably best. Let's sit right now. Let's sit. Let's start off sitting. Let's just start off sitting. Yeah. Let's just start off sitting. Now, there's a lot with a lot going on in life. And you're trying to, with things going on, there's a lot of stress in our neck. Always start with the neck. So Wes, that's what we're going to start with, your neck. So I like everybody, well, before I get started, not only do stretching help relieve pain and get fluid into your joints, but it actually makes you feel good and it makes you want to do more if you're stretching on a regular basis. Sorry about that. Let me cut this off. So I like to start from the top to the bottom. We deal with the neck. So I like everybody to tilt your head to the left. Place your left hand on top of your head, around the forehead area, and give yourself some resistance. And inhale and exhale. Yep, like that. Everybody looks good. Just hold it. Now, stretching, you can hold minimum 10 to 30 seconds, but the longer you hold it, the better. And you just hold it. You get yourself to a slight discomfort and you just breathe the pain away. So I'm gonna count this out. 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up slowly. Switch to the other side. Tilt your head to the right. Take your right hand and place it on your head. and give yourself some resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By simply stretching, it would encourage you to weight train. It'll train you to do yoga. This will get you started. You can stop. Now, interlace your fingers like this. Place it in the back of your head. Tilt your head down. Now, let's stretch your spinal cord. Like I say, get to the slight discomfort and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up slowly. Now, just watch me for a second. Next, we're going to rotate our neck. So we're going to start down. Just watch for a second. You're going to start down, and then you're going to go to the right, full range of motion. But make sure you do not hold your breath because you can get lightheaded. If you feel lightheaded, please stop. Okay, so we'll start with your head down. And now let's start rotating to the right. Full range of motion with your neck. 1. I'm on Maryland's count. 2. Let's do it 5. 3. 4. 5. Awesome. Other direction. Other direction. 1. Full arrangement. But remember, do not hold your breath. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. So next should be a little bit looser. And the more you do that, you might have heard some snap, crackles, and pops. That's totally normal with the neck. So next, I hope you can see me pretty good. Drop your arms to the side and just rotate your shoulders around backwards. 1, rotate. 2, nice and easy. 3, 4, let's do 10 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Captain, drop your arms to the side. Just drop them to the side. Yeah, just hold them, let them hang loose. Okay, now let's go the other direction. Other direction. Forward. 1, other direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Okay. Now let's go up and down like this. 1, 2, up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. Let's interlace our fingers again. Place them behind your head. Extend your elbows backwards. This stretches your upper back, upper back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open your arms out to the side. Turn the palms backwards. Now let's bounce backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, give yourself a hug. Make sure you try to grab your back. You can only count on 2 hugs in life. This is one of them. And switch, and here's the other hug in life. The rest of the hugs are extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Arms up in the air. Grab your right wrist. Sit a little bit more on the edge. Be careful with this. This is working your obliques. This is working your obliques. Lean. Grab your right wrist, lean to your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction. Whatever direction you was in, just switch. Just switch. Whatever direction you was in. 1, 2. Make sure you inhale and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. All right, take your right hand and put it alongside your face like this. Take your left hand and push that elbow back down your back. This is stretching your tricep muscle. It's a very important muscle for the strength in your arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, drop your arms back to the side again. Now, make sure you got enough room, but this time we rotating your arms forward, big circle. 1, 2, we're just doing 5, 3, 4, 5. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, all this can be done standing up. So now what we did was work the neck, we worked the shoulders, worked pretty much our upper body. So now we're gonna move, and we worked a little bit oblique. So let's do one more oblique. You'll sit on the edge of the chair and keep your legs straight, both of them, and twist your torso. Twist your torso. Just, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're moving on down. We're moving on down. So this next one is very important because a lot of people suffer from sciatic nerves. So if you can place one right ankle on top of your left knee like this, right ankle on top of left knee, drop your arms by the side, be careful, and lean forward. You should feel it all in your hips area, and just hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. Okay, and lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now stick your right foot forward like this, right foot forward. See if you can see that. And then take both hands and reach towards your right foot. Lean forward. Right foot forward on your heel and then lean forward. You should feel this in the back of your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. So the left leg is forward on your heel. The other leg is back. And you're taking both hands and reaching towards the left foot. You should feel this in the back of your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, here's the next exercise. Is very important as we're aging, and that's being able to get up and out of a chair. So what we're going to do is we can put your hands here, legs apart, but if you need to hold onto the chair to get up, that's fine. But what we want to do is we want to put your hands on your chest and stand up, and then sit back down and stand up. Okay, let me start. Let me start and start over. All right, ready and begin. Up. 1. Up and down. Don't wait on me. Just keep going up and down. 2. 3. This is 4. This is not a stretch. This is actually a strengthening exercise. 5, without resistance. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. Last thing, water if you need it. But last thing, I now need everybody to stand up. I need everybody to stand up, but get some water if you need it. So now what I just did, not the last thing I did, but the stretches we did prior to this is it's called static stretching. That's stretching where you hold a position, like I said, for 10 to 30 seconds or more. Now what we're going to do is what we call dynamic stretching. That's when you're moving as you stretch. That's when you're moving. So the first thing you want to do is put your hands on your hips, lean back, and bounce backwards. Bounce just slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, now legs together. Legs together. And we're going to hang, drop your arms. Both hands to the floor. Now let's bounce downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up. Now we're going to go up and down 5 times. Just hold it. Just watch for a second. Just like this. Go down, slightly bend at the top, and go down. We're going to do that 5 times. Breathe in, going down, blow out, coming up. Ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Now bring your legs shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart. Keep your hands on your hips. Hands on your hips. Now we're going to do 5 more bend overs. Ready and bend. 1. Go up and down. 2. Bring your arms down. Is that Judy? 3. Drop your arms down. Paula, drop your arms down. 4. Yep, up and down. 5. All right, good. All right, 2 fists together like this. 2 fists together. Now twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, march in place. Just march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last thing we're going to do, we're going to finish with a breathing exercise. Legs together. Legs shoulder apart. Put your hands like this. Put 2 fists like this. Open your hands. Now breathe in and fold out like this. 1. Breathe in. Blow out. 2. Breathe in, coming up. Blow out. 3. Put your hands like this. Now go out, breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Blow out. All right, make your hands like this. Breathe in towards your solar plex. Blow out. Flipping that way. Breathe in this way like this. Blow out. Breathe in like this. Blow out. Last one. This is it, I promise. Cup your hands like this. Bring the oxygen up to your mouth. And then go down like this. Breathe in. Okay, so thank you. I really believe that the simple stretching and the practical things are the most important, but it leads you into the other things. Thank you for your participation. Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much, Wesley.
Okay.
So as you see, in fact, there are 2 different kinds of exercise, but very complementary. And those of you who don't know, Janèe leads a class for the village on Zoom every Monday at 8 o'clock from 8 to 9 and Thursday from 10 to 11. So our goal is to make it accessible to everyone. If you don't get up too early, you can come on Thursday. If you like to get up early, you come on Monday, or you can do both. Wesley leads an exercise class in person before our lunch gathering. once a month from 10:30 to 11:30 in the narthex. As you come into Augustana, before you go to Gorder Hall, you'll see Wesley there, and a bunch of us will be there exercising. That's always in person. Wesley also leads a group for us on Friday mornings from, is it 10:30 to 11?
10 o'clock, 10 to 11.
10 to 11. Yeah, that's good. Problem is that interferes with the women's group. Women's group meets at 11.
Okay.
But that's online. So what I do sometimes is I sign on and then I leave a little bit early. And a little bit of exercise is better than no exercise.
Yes. Yes.
So you will find, if you want to check these are on our calendar. They are open to everyone. You need to register, I think, so that you'll get the link so you can sign in. But they're really, and as you see, they're very, very complimentary. And does anybody have, oh, this is all, this has all been recorded. And I believe we also record the yoga and the stretching exercises. So if you wanted to review them, or if you want to review the poses that Janèe showed us today, you can go to our YouTube channel and review them, or look at them slowly and practice the poses and so forth. Does anyone have any questions for either Janèe?
I would like to mention that my virtual class, they're all virtual, and we don't do floor yoga unless people request it. We did a vote, and what your group chose chair and standing, not floor. So in the class that I lead, we don't do floor. I'm open to it in the future, but I'm just letting you know, when you come on on Mondays or Thursday mornings virtually, it's with a chair. Just letting you know, chair and standing.
And also what I told you was what we do with the village, but both Janèe and Wesley have other classes, other opportunities. And I don't know if you want to put your links in the chat, or
Okay.
we can publish them also. So if people want to check out other opportunities with Wesley and with Janèe,
yes, I will send it to Lucas to publish
okay,
later.
that's great. And then we'll send it out.
Okay.
I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing.
Yes.
Great. In fact, I first met both of you, I think, in other classes.
Yes. Yes.
I was very glad to have you come to the village. That was good.
Yeah. Actually, Susan stole me from another class, to be honest.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking.
Anyway, but it's all exercise and it's all good. And the more you do, the better.
Yes.
So does anyone have any particular questions, or?
For a plug for our my class with Wesley on 11:30 to 12:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes. That's another group that I do, and it's general fitness. There's a lot of stretching, just keeping it moving. But that's on Tuesday and Thursday on Zoom. If anybody wants information, I'll leave that with Lucas also, in case you want to join it. But that is a paid group. So just keep that in mind. That's a paid group.
Okay, well, the village groups are all free. However, we do like donations, and a lot of people do send contributions to help sustain the village and exercise and so forth. So you don't have to pay to join us, but we do welcome any donations you want to give us. In fact, some people in the yoga class, I think, send in monthly contributions or quarterly.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to do it quarterly, and in fact, I'm about to send a reminder to people. If you've not sent in your donation yet, you can do it anytime, kind of thing.
I would just like to say, Susan, that this session paired up with the one a month ago on osteoporosis from the doctor, the geriatrician from U of C Medicine, really has been a wonderful wide view of what we all can do and obviously should do to keep ourselves bone healthy and flexible and moving. And I will just put in my personal plug for Janèe's class. I think I've been working with Janèe now through the class for 6 years.
Wow.
And I am still moving, and Paula's been
Okay.
for a long time. It works, and it's not magic. It's not magic, but it's part of, as Janèe said, a well-rounded approach to staying healthy, active, engaged, strong, flexible, all those things.
And
I'm
I'd
probably
also
not a fan of
put
yoga.
in a plug for doing it with other people. I mean, sure, I think on the days we don't have classes, I think, oh, well, okay, I'll get up and I'll do my exercises. Do I do them?
No,
But
Mm.
the idea of getting together, having a time, doing it with other people has two benefits. Both you see your friends and you get your exercise in. So
yes. So thanks.
does anyone else have a comment or question?
I
Thank
want to
you
just
very-
mention that the Park District also does exercise, and I was reminded very much with the ones that you did, that the class that I go to at the Park District does all of those,
Mhm.
and it's very good. It
Mhm.
combines stretching and I think it doesn't do them in the summer, but it does them during the regular year, and they're very good programs.
And the university actually sponsors exercises over at the museum at
Yeah.
the, well, it's
Yeah.
MSI. It'll always be MSI. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Griffin.
Absolutely, always on my side. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also very good, and that's early in the morning, and it's a good thing. But so there's lots of opportunities short of our coming to you and pulling you out of bed and saying exercise.
Yeah.
There are other ways, and I hope everyone will do it because it's a combination of the information we got at the last session and the actual doing something about it with exercise. I think that's
Mhm.
really important. That keeps us going. And I'm all for aging, but you want to age well.
Well,
Right. Right.
now, Wesley, your emphasis on stretching is very good because that's something we can all do very easily. Just
Oh, thank you. Thank
do
you.
a little more stretching as we walk around, even as we
You
move.
don't have to be a member of gym or anything. Just do it right at home. But
Yeah.
then, it's kind of hard. You got to be, sort of dedicated, committed to yourself.
Yeah.
So, and I find that things sort of vary at different times. I mean, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of hiking and walking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now I don't like to walk so much,
Hmm.
but I do other, and it's because I'm not as limber, and I don't know whether this is because of my back or what, but it's not as comfortable for me to walk.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing I'm very big on is walking. In the 90s and hundreds, if you want to be able to walk, you got to keep walking. You can't, not treadmill, actually walking. You got to engage those muscles or you'll lose them. So the whole thing with me is to hold on to your independence as long as possible. You want to be independent. You don't want people who have to fully take care of you 100%. So we just keep it simple and practical to slow down the aging process and hold on to your independence.
Wesley, that's really interesting what you said, that real walking is different and better
Yes.
than treadmill. How is
The
treadmill?
treadmill is accommodating. It has a belt. It's helping you move. Now there's some old treadmills where they were manual, but there's nothing like going against gravity. So the treadmill is a good start, but it shouldn't be the end all. If you want to, you got to physically be able to walk. Mhm. Go ahead.
So it's the pulling, it's the actual putting your foot down, moving your body forward, not the belt helping you.
Yes.
So you are getting the
Okay.
movement. It's the I forgot what they call it, the tort or something like that. Technical, don't quote me, but you need to actually step, pull the body forward, and move
Yes.
Sure.
like you were designed.
Okay.
That design is doing something for you.
That explains it. There's this terrible ad on TV for something called a little pedal exerciser that you can put under your desk, and it moves your feet for you. And the first time I saw it, I've been well trained. I said, "Oh no, that's no good."
Yes, we mentioned resistance. So
Yes.
that's one of the things. So
Right.
all of the
Right.
connective tissue and everything, it needs lubrication. It needs
So all
you
those
to
all
use it.
those assisted things like this little pedal machine and the
Yeah, it
treadmill
doesn't,
are,
it's not
are taking away the resistance
the
part.
resistance.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
Okay.
great start, but it shouldn't be the all. You should be moving forward.
Right.
Well, and we have the advantage of living in Chicago or next to the lake, you know, a walk
Yes.
along the lakefront. Although it's going to be, apparently the waves are going to be real strong today, so be
Yeah.
careful.
Mhm.
But just getting out in nature, walking through Jackson Park or Nichols Park, it's
Mhm.
the combination is really nice.
Or doing your errands on foot.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm curious what other people do. Do any of you do regular exercise, or what do
Very
you
di-
do?
Judy does.
Very definitely.
Mhm.
I live in the Edgewater Beach Apartments North, and I
Okay.
started a group walking along the lake. I'm part of Live Age Well here in our building, and I have found that helpful. I've also been doing yoga for 50 years,
Wow. Okay.
and I think that my 87-year-old independence comes from that.
Okay.
Sure it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
it's consistency. I just have to mention it.
Yes.
It's not, it's so much with consistency. So it's not just a one and done. And
Okay.
right.
it's consistency.
Right.
It's and also I'll piggyback on. It's also what I try to help people know is that it's a lifestyle.
Sure.
If you just as part of what you do, especially if you still want to live.
Right.
That's important. They're very important.
Yeah, it is indeed.
So does anyone else have something to contribute what they do?
Let's see.
Well, even if you don't do it every day, a little bit's better than nothing still.
Yeah.
Kurt, what'd you
Outside
say,
of
Kurt?
this, I must mention I do Pilates and dance. No one asked me, but you asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ask a little bit more with fun things. You find
Mhm.
something fun for
Right.
you. I may not be a perfect salsa dancer, but it just passes the time because it's fun for me. If you find something that's fun, then
Mhm. That's a good.
Yeah,
Some
that's a good.
do some people do dancing too, and that's good too.
Yeah,
That's
speaking of
actually a
dancing,
dance class, don't
yeah.
you, Wesley?
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Speaking of dancing, I'm not going to be there tonight, but after church, we from 7 to 9 we teach Chicago stepping, and next to walking or for people as you age, dance is one of the best things you could do. It's fun, it's a cardio, it's coordination. So it's a lot going on with dancing. So we put that at the top. Walking and dancing, all that's at the top.
and the time passes like that, and
Yes,
it's community,
having fun.
Right.
and it's community, which is good psychologically.
Mhm.
So when does the village start a dance group?
Well,
We've
we've been
talked
talking
about it,
about
but
that for a
yeah.
long time. Some people have actually asked for line dancing too.
Yeah,
You don't.
line dance is very
I
popular.
suggest Bolero, and I have some suggestions.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Let's start.
Yeah, it would be a good thing.
Well, we also have been talking for a long time about a walking group, but
Mhm.
it's the problem is finding a time everyone can
Right.
do it. But now I have a question about walking. My sister-in-law does speed walking.
I have to leave.
What's the advantage of speed walking versus
It works. It works your
other-
heart directly. It works your heart directly. So if the slower you walk, you're burning more, you're burning calories more. But when you go speed walking, you're actually working your heart more than actually burning. Not saying that you're not working hard when you're slow walking, but you're burning calories more when you slow and you speed. You're working your heart.
I find I don't walk as fast as I used to.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, but also I want to mention about walking. Like I say, I like to keep it simple. You can walk back and forth in your house. You know, you want to be outdoors, which is important, but walking inside your house is just as good.
Well, and how about up and down the steps?
Yeah.
Steps, that's even better. All that's cardio and
I don't walk
simple.
as much as I
Yeah.
should, but I do a lot of running up and down the steps.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, who else? And I mean, we're almost at time. We've
Out
got
of time, yeah.
2 minutes if anybody has
Okay.
another comment.
In
Otherwise,
it, okay,
yeah.
I have a bit more.
Yes.
In addition to this walking group, I also do a Tai Chi meditation
Mm,
Oh,
Monday
nice.
through Friday with someone in the building who has done it for 30 years. And I still do Kayut yoga, which is more of a stretching of the joints. I do that on Zoom out of Boulder, Colorado. So
Mm.
check out Kayut. It's not, I did Iyengar for 50 years, but I don't balance as well. So I found Kayut, which starts with legs up the wall and
Mm.
is very helpful. So check that out as well, but do it through the Boulder School, Boulder, Colorado.
So, but
Mm.
Judy, you live what, on the north side, is it, or where? Where are you based?
I'm in the Edgewater Beach Apartments. I'm part of Live Age Well, an organization for people
Sure.
who happen to live there. We're not a senior community by any means, but we have a whole variety of ages.
But you are part of our Chicago Area Village Collaborative.
yeah.
That is exactly right. Yes. The leaders of our group correspond with the villages with great delight.
Right.
Mhm.
It's all of, well, in addition to exercise, I think collaboration is important.
Well, that's true. Yes.
Community, collaboration, exercise,
Just
and
keep doing things, yes.
Uh-huh.
staying involved
Yeah.
Mhm.
in
I
whatever.
just finished 11 days on my own in Scandinavia.
Mm.
Did you really?
And I am so proud of myself, but it ended up being very easy because I did not want to travel with a group. I like modern art and design. I don't like castles. And I think being independent all my life certainly helped me do that.
Mm.
It's easier now too, I think. So Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Denmark.
Oslo, Copenhagen, and Bergen.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yes.
Nice. I did that 70 years ago. I went from Oslo to Bergen.
Aha, right, across the country on the train, yes.
Yeah, I had to change trains 3 times because the gauge had to change as you went
That's
up.
exactly right. They still do that. Yes.
And then by boat to down the Sonja.
Our boat was canceled, leaving us stranded in the mountains of Norway until the buses could all be organized in this tiny little town. That was the only glitch, but that would have happened if I were on a tour.
Sure, sure.
But
Well,
I love being on my own.
yeah. No, when the fjord, you've seen one fjord, you've seen them all, sort of.
Yeah.
I want to thank Janèe and Wesley for doing this. It's been
Yes,
very
it's been
helpful.
very
Thank you.
useful.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate this. And I appreciate Janèe. She's marvelous.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Yes, we're chatting and we're going overtime. I thank you both for being with us. We'll
It was
see you
very
in
useful.
class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.